keeping the driver's head in it, but has serious safety implications as well sometimes.
Real-time telemetry, they monitor tire pressures even. So under one of the cautions, we heard the Audi team talking to Capello, keep scrubbing those tires, keep weaving backwards and forwards, your tire pressures are dropping. So all of those things are very important. The driver needs to be kept informed. See the two Penske cars now in very close proximity. Seems like the pace is sort of like steadied a little bit. We understand that Roger Penske was on the radio to the cars to say we want to hold the pace down a little bit. There's no need to push too far. They had about 25-second lead over the third-placed Audi, overall placed Audi, that is. And they certainly have a very strong lead over the current third-place car in P2, which is the 37 machine currently being driven by Liz Hamilton.
You just heard the call. The next time by, they said it will be less than 15 minutes to go. Officially now 15 minutes and 40 seconds at this stage. And Danny Sullivan, we're watching the developments here, and they seem to be holding station right now.
Well, that'll be true. Remember, Roger Penske's ultimate goal is to win the race. He's already seen the action between the drivers, had a little contact, let them have their head a little bit. But right now, with the short distance to go to the finish, running 1-2, he's going to tell them, hold station, let's get that first win.
I tell you, though, they're getting pretty close. I mean, if I was Roger Penske, I mean, you get the traffic here. Anything can happen. We saw it last year with J.J. Leto. He came up over the brow, and there was just a car in the middle of the road. He had nowhere to go. Running as close as they are behind each other, I mean, if Dumas has a problem, it will be awfully difficult for Lucas to not be in the same situation. I'm surprised they are running this close. Makes it great for us because I'm sure Lucas is sitting there thinking Dumas has a blip. I'm going to be through.
Well, that's it. He wants to be close.
14 minutes next time by, 14.
Danny Sullivan talking about Roger Penske wants to win, but with the way this season has started for Porsche, I'm sure they're willing to back it off a little bit. We got to get that win in the column. It's, overall, doubly sweet.
We also have Lucas Luhr and Sasha Massa. They've scored points in both of the first races. Unfortunately for Timo Bernhard and Romain Dumas at Sebring, their car came to a halt before they got to 70% of the distance. In the real state, you need to make 70% of the distance of the overall winner of the event to score points, and they were just shy of that. So they came out of round one at Sebring. They did about 7 hours in the car, but they got 0 points that day. They're in catch-up mode.
And even though they might just be sort of holding station, watching the pace a little bit, as you said, they're still going to be encountering traffic everywhere. And one bobble by a car they're closing on, and the closing rates when you're coming up on one of the GT2 class cars is
you want to spread out a little bit?
And it was right here. There you hear someone say, do you want to spread out a little bit? So maybe they're thinking about that. And it was right in that area of the racetrack where JJ had his problem last year.
Hey, Calvin, remember one thing. You're being a driver. You're not going to want to back off and get too big of a gap back there because it'll be bad for your ego to make somebody think that you're the other guy was quicker than you. He's going to stay right there. And if one of those guys has a bobble at the front, he's going to go ahead and go through.
You're absolutely right, Danny. I mean, Lucas would be tucked right underneath the gearbox of the Romain Dumas car right now if he had his way. So him backing off is probably what he thinks he's doing, being there about 2 car lengths behind.
And you just saw a moment right there. It's a huge change in direction by Lucas Luhr because the Ferrari changed direction in front of him. So keeps it interesting. Well, with about 13 minutes to go, we're going to step away for the last time before the checkered flag. Here are your 4 class leaders.